Hi guys, welcome to another Jonesy's vlog. Not a fantastic subject to be talking about, but I think after what's happened today in America, in Connecticut, I think it needs to be addressed really. For those of you who don't know, a 20 odd year old man walked into a school with various firearms, and apparently so far has killed well, it's meant to be 27 people. I think that's including himself. This was a primary school he went into, and apparently at least 18 of those dead are children. Well, as I'm just looking now, apparently two of the adults he killed were actually his parents. Just getting crazier as it goes on, really. So another major shooting in the US, and I think this is going to be the worst school shooting that has ever gone down in history. And how many more of these innocent killings, these innocent people, have to die before America and its president and its people start to take the matter into their own hands and actually think that these gun laws that you have, where it is so easy to obtain guns, are you going to end it? Because this is just going to keep going and going and going, and more people are going to die for absolutely no reason other than that it is easier than just walking in the shop and buying a gun as it is to walk in and get yourself an apple. And the statistics are there to back it up, guys. So before you start coming on and having a go at me, just look at the news now. Yes, it's the person that has killed it, but he's used guns because it is so easy to go out there and get that. If you ban being able to just buy guns for anyone, then it's pretty much guaranteed that this is gonna, well, no, that this isn't going to stop happening, but situations like this aren't going to happen as often, and you can see that around the world. Here in the UK, we can't just go buying guns willy-nilly. How many of these major shootings happen in the UK? Not many. And even when it does happen, it's people that are so determined to go out and get them through dodgy various methods that it happens, and there's nothing that we can do to stop that. So guys, US President, look at your news, look at these innocent children that are dying. You just think people who are backing up these gun laws in America and saying that there's no problem with them, you put yourself in the position of the parents who have lost kids today. Are you honestly saying that being able to buy guns like this is a safer way for your children to live in your country? Well, if you do, then there's no hope, is there? There really is no hope. Just some statistics that I've got here, guys. These first ones are from the Guardian website, the Guardian newspaper here in England. The US has the highest gun ownership rate in the world, which is an average of 88 per 100 people. Now this equates to an average of the total civilian firearms ownership in the US as 270 million people owning guns in the US. I don't think I'd feel too safe going over there anymore, to be honest. So yeah, that means they are the #1 ranked gun ownership rate in the world. 60% of all homicide cases in America are firearms related. And you compare this to the UK, where we have our percentage of homicides by firearms is 6.6%, and 3.4 million of us own firearms, and that ranks us 88th in the world, guys. And you look at how little gun crime goes on in our country compared to others. I mean, many people in England say that we have massive amounts of gun crime. Well, I think when we look at America, really isn't that much in comparison. Some more statistics. This is actually from ABC News, and this just alarmed me really. There are 129,817 federally licensed firearms dealers in the US. And this is compared to only 36,569 grocery stores. So apparently you guys in America, you prefer your guns to your veggies and your fruit. So I think that says quite a lot. Now the rule on buying firearms in the US is pretty simple. As long as you don't have a criminal record or haven't been judged to be mentally incompetent, you can have a gun. That's it. That's fine. I'd be able to buy a gun. My mum, my dad would be able to buy a gun. It's simple as that. It's absolutely crazy. In 2010, 16,454,951 national instant criminal background checks were run, which has to be done when you're buying a gun, and only 0.48% of these were denied. 151 million of these checks have been run since 1998. But these checks that are done, these aren't checks per gun. So that isn't like 151 million guns have been sold in that time. That's just per transaction. So a lot of these people may be buying 2, 3, 4 guns each time these checks are being done. So it's just crazy to think how many guns really are out there in America at the moment. It's crazy. And according to FBI Uniform Crime Report, between 2006 and 2010, 47,856 people. So forget the number. This is 47,856 people were murdered in the United States by firearms. Now that is more than twice as many as were killed by all other means combined. 47,856 people between 2006 and 2010 were killed because of firearms. It's just, and these people that just say, well, it's the people that have killed these, not the gun. You know, that whole, you know, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Well, yes, of course it's the people behind that. But if you're so ignorant to believe that getting rid of guns and getting rid of that accessibility to just get guns by going down to your local shop, if you're that ignorant to believe that getting rid of that is not going to cut these crimes right down, then you really are just stupid, to be honest. You really are crazy. It's about gun control, and we have gun control here in the UK, and to prove it works, in 2011 there was, sorry, this is from a tweet from a person called Daniel Knowles, who's a reporter from The Economist. The death toll from gun crime in the UK in 2011 was just 39, and that's in a population of 70 million people. So if that doesn't prove to you that gun control works, then I don't know what else will. If you start putting that in place, then the gun crime is obviously going to go down. And I'm sorry, but it really is as simple as that. Yes, although it is the people behind, you know, pulling the trigger, the guns act pulling the triggers themselves. If they didn't have the easiest of accessibility to get these guns, then it wouldn't be happening. If their only option was a knife or a baseball bat, it wouldn't be as easy for them to go into a school and get close enough to people to do these horrific crimes. Whereas with a gun, you can be however far away and still have the ability to kill people. So just come on, America, you're smart people. Please just use your brains and use your heads and just think for a minute. Look at all these awful shootings and crimes. 60% of your homicides are caused by firearms. Use your noggins, use your heads, and think, maybe if we make it a lot harder for people to get guns, then maybe that might just stop it. Because I'm sorry, but your country is not a safer place because you have the right to walk around with guns. It clearly just isn't working. And we look at the recent, what I've done just now, are the top 5 shootings in America since 1999, and this isn't including today's horrific shooting, which would actually put it at number 2. But at number 5 was earlier this year in Aurora, the shooting in the cinema, where 12 people were killed. Of course, the shooter was caught, and 58 people were injured in that. And he used handguns, shotgun, and an assault rifle. Number 4, in 2009, Texas, 13 soldiers, which were waiting deployment to Iraq and Afghanistan, were killed. And there again, the guy was caught, and that's all alleged apparently at the moment, and he was using handguns. 2009 in New York, 13 people were shot, in plus the shooter who killed himself. He was using handguns. In 1999 we had the Columbine high school shootings, where 13 people plus 2 shooters were killed. They killed themselves, and there they were using assault pistols, shotguns and assault rifles. And in 2007 there was the Virginia Tech campus shootings, where 32 people plus the shooter were killed, and he was using handguns. And I'm actually just going to put a picture up now, which should be there. This is the gun that this guy, I'm not going to name him, the media have already named him, but I'm not going to give him that fame. But this is the gun that he used. This is the gun that he was able to just buy from any shop, and went into that school and killed 18 innocent kids. He's killed his parents, he's killed 27 people, and then he's shot himself. It's just awful, and it just angers me that there are so many people out there that back these gun laws that you have in your country, America. And if things like this don't make you sit back and realise that you've got it so wrong, then I don't know what can stop you, really. And I'm sorry, but if you're not going to do anything about it, then this is going to keep happening, and I'm afraid your kids are going to keep getting killed in incidents like this, and members of your family and other innocent people are going to die when you can do something about it. So that's it from me today, guys. Thoughts are with the families of this atrocious crime right now. I mean, especially just before Christmas. I mean, it just puts everything into perspective, really. So yeah, that's it from me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.